ES.
The deepest league in collegiate volleyball gets started tonight in the Little Apple with Kansas State hosting TCU. The Battle of the Purple. Two teams trying to get off of the right foot in the Big 12. On Big 12 now on ESPN Plus. Courtside with you now, Brian Small, along with former Wildcat, two-time All-American and all-time kills leader Liz Wagner-Bush. Glad you could join us as these two teams get after it here today. And we are super excited to see the Big 12 get going. The deepest league in the country, no doubt about it. And we've seen some great play already this year. Going to see more of it tonight.
Yeah, tonight's going to be a really big matchup. TCU coming off a great preseason. K-State looking to make some progress here as they get into Big 12 play. It's going to be a real fun night.
Could be a big battle on the outside between two of the better outside hitters in the league. And we start with the preseason All-Big 12 pick for K-State, Aaliyah Carter.
Yeah, Aaliyah Carter, she's the engine that goes for this team. She's got 93 kills on the year, averaging 3.21 kills per set, hitting about 200, really doing it from the front and the back row for the Wildcats. Look for her to have a big night tonight for K-State to do well. And on the other side of the net, we have Melanie Parra. She is the current AVCA National Player of the Week. She is coming off a game where she had 34 kills, a school record for her, hitting over 300, and she already has 190 kills this season, hitting 4.63 kills per set. She's going to be another weapon K-State's going to have to be ready to defend.
Transfer from Texas has been a breakout superstar for the Horned Frogs here in the early going. Those 34 kills against Florida State, the most in the Big 12 this season, and the most by a Horned Frog since 1998. All right, let's get to your keys to victory for today. Let's start with the Horned Frogs, who, despite Parra on the outside, don't necessarily want to have her take 70 swings here tonight.
Correct. They need to have that balanced offense, really get their middles and their rights going more. As they get deeper into Big 12, it'll be tough if they rely only on their outsides. And then relentless defense. Talked to Coach Williams earlier this week. He talked about how defense for his team is key. For K-State, good first contact. We know if K-State can get into a rhythm offensively, it's so important to their success. And then they've got to defend the pins. We talked about Melanie Parra. They also have Audrey Knowles, so they're going to have to really shut them down on the outside.
The Wildcats will be in the whites today, purple shorts, purple numbers, and TCU in the road purple jerseys, and their libero in the white, purple and black for the Horned Frogs. Try and keep it all straight. We have two purple teams. It kind of gets somewhat confusing, but that's the way it'll be today for the Wildcats. Kansas State 6-3 on the season. They have gone 2-2 here at home, but both losses to teams that are ranked or were ranked at one point. And of course, Nebraska, top 5 team, and Rice, who have been in the top 15 for much of the season, the last to beat K-State on this court. Wildcats come in having lost 2 of the last 3. Horned Frogs on a roll. They have won 5 straight, 7 of the last 8. A team that was receiving votes in the top 25 to begin the season, and now back again receiving votes this week at 7-4 after their sweep of their own tournament at home in Fort Worth. On the road for the first time here in about a week and a half for the Horned Frogs against the Wildcats at new Morgan Family Arena, the brand new home for K-State volleyball. At its capacity, 3,100. An electric environment, super loud in this gymnasium that brings back all the hallmarks of the great Ahern Fieldhouse, the home for K-State for so many years, but with the amenities that you'd see over in Bramlage just across the parking lot. K-State won the toss. They'll begin with serve. Liz Grigorski to put it on the Horned Frogs to begin, and TCU just gets it over. Brenna Schmidt gets the start for K-State in the middle, with Katie Fernholz lined up next to her as the right side. Back to Aaliyah Carter. Horned Frogs will lob it out to the right side. Morris covers behind the block. Carter kind of got tied up with Morris and then trying to recover, could not, threw it out. Dan Hauser at the tower makes the call there, and on the floor is our referee Bill Stanley.
Yeah, we see a little bit of a tipping back and forth, both teams not quite getting the sets and offensive rhythm early on. Defense really the key there.
Cecily Bramschreiber, an outside hitter at times in her career at TCU, primarily now the libero. Thrown all the way out to Carter after a mistake on the serve receive. Andre Knowles on the right side, coming back from injury. Carter and dug by Bramschreiber. Parra's first swing of the night, and she's out.
Yeah, Bramschreiber got in the way of Parra. She couldn't really transition on that attack, and just too long on the first swing of the night.
So there's a look at Parra, 5'11", a super redshirt junior. She does have one more year available. Part of the national champion Longhorns a year ago. Tipping on the left side, blocked by Fernholz. That is a huge block for Parra to deal with Fernholz and either Bolding or Schmidt. And Carter up the line, finally makes good contact and gets a kill.
Yeah, saw a few tips there early on. Carter couldn't get in a rhythm, but saw an opening down the line and able to rip it.
So K-State with the early advantage. Serving with Morris. Big 12 leader in digs per set. Quick set middle, popped up. And into the net, underneath the net on K-State's Aaliyah Carter. An unfortunate error.
Yeah. K-State definitely had that advantage. Knowles misplayed the ball at the net. It's just,
Well, mistakes were the issue for K-State in their match against Rice. They just could not get out of their own way. Danielle Courtley had herself a night on the left. Carter, a good start, couple of kills.
Yeah, great swing by Carter. I like her using that block. That is an automatic kill right there. No one can stop that. So that's a great use of the block in front of her.
Nice story that was written online on KStateSports.com by D. Scott Fritchen not too long ago about Carter. Exploded onto the scene during COVID. First team all-region, freshman of the year of the Big 12, unanimous all Big 12. Got the same honors, first team all-region, first team unanimous all Big 12 as a sophomore. Then junior season last year, for whatever reason, it just never came around for Carter. And the story was in great depth about how she's felt like she is reset and got her mojo back. And K-State, under Jason Mansfield, hoping that's the case as they move into Big 12 play now. Lauren Hinkle will serve. Another quick set. Sylvester didn't get a lot on it. Double hit though on Bolding, and the point goes to the Horned Frogs. They'll side out.
Yeah, one of those plays that she's right there. She's either got to set it or she's got to send it over. Maybe better option would be just to go ahead and get that over deep corners, make TCU make a better play.
Sarah Sylvester gets the kill, sophomore out of Michigan. And back to serve is Parra. This is the other part of her game that is difficult to defend. But she misfires on the serve, out. And an error gives K-State the side out right back.
Yeah, she has been a bit error prone with her serve. It is a very aggressive serve. When she's on, it's pretty hard to get a good pass off of that, but lots of deep, long errors on her serve.
Parra out of Sinaloa, Mexico, in the transfer from the Longhorns. Serving right at her is K-State. Morris able to get underneath the swing from Rayola. And then Parra in the middle back, unable to handle the shot back over. It's early, but an encouraging start for K-State.
Yeah, we've seen K-State in first sets in their matches get behind early and have a big hole to climb out of. Good sign here, up 6-3.
Carter will serve, team leader in aces, but she commits the error right back. So each side, their premier outside hitter committing an error on serve. Carter will stay in the back row, and on the other side, TCU will serve with Riley Weigelt, a sophomore out of Austin. 6 aces, 3 errors this year for Weigelt. Hinkle into the front row, and Bolding hammers it home for her first.
Yeah, one-on-one opportunity there for Bolding, able to dice it around that block. Nice job. High contact point straight down, 10-foot line for Bolding.
Super senior out of South Carolina, transfer from Jacksonville, who landed with the Wildcats 2 seasons ago. Buckley tried to dump it over. K-State was ready for it. It's bumped out to Myers, who misfires into the net. Now, Buckley, as a setter, is quite an offensive weapon. had 7 kills against K-State last season while playing for Missouri here in the Little Apple. So K-State, at least some of the players you would think would be well aware of Buckley's exploits. Hinkle to Clinton, and off of Brandschreiber. Anaya Clinton with her first.
Yeah, nice high contact point there for Anaya. We've talked about her previously. She's very physical, outside hitter, right side hitter, has that ability to really bring some heat behind the ball.
K-State so far siding out at 100%. They have not allowed TCU to get consecutive points. Izzy Szulczewski will come in. So K-State looks to be in a 2-setter rotation here. Quick set middle and an answer back by Brianna Green.
Yeah, TCU's going to have to get that going more, really help Para out on the outside, because already K-State's been shutting her down.
So that goes back to what you said at the outset about balanced offense. Trying to push the middles. Green, a transfer from Denver, where she was a first team Summit League selection. Pioneers annually one of the best, if not the best team in the Summit League. Fernholz, right side, unable to keep it in. And they're going to call a touch on the block of TCU, so the Horned Frogs' opportunity to get consecutive points for the first time goes wayward. And Fernholz gets the kill on the side out.
We have to mention here, Fernholz in a little bit different position for K-State, playing right side, still able to hit that slide, her bread and butter on offense.
Another deep hunting serve by K-State goes a little long. So Brogorski misses, 2 errors on K-State, and Brandschreiber back to serve for the Horned Frogs. These two teams have met 22 times. K-State leads the all-time series 13-9, but the Horned Frogs have had the upper hand as of late. They swept the Wildcats a few years ago, and last season won both matches. They have won 3 of the last 4. Carter, tip try. Para trying to go right side, but misses everything.
Now that set was way inside, and Para hasn't made that adjustment. Either needs to bring it back, hit it down the line, or find that deep corner, but just too far cross court when she's pulled in like that.
She and her older sister, both members of the Mexican national team. Gets it here on a more prototypical left side attack. Set was better, but couldn't keep it in, and then K-State comes back and hits it out.
Yeah, Carter, ball was behind her, tries to get a nice swing on it, but just too long.
So 2 kills, 2 errors now for Carter on 9 swings, and Knowles back to serve once more. You can see the circles on her shoulder getting treatment there. Again, coming back from injury. Here's Fernholz, blocked. And K-State unable to get it past Sylvester. Carter, big into the block, gets another tool of it, and a kill.
Such a great swing by Carter. Mentioned it early, using that high hands of the block. It's a big block in front of her. They're setting up. They know that ball's going out there. They're doing a nice job of using those high hands, those outside hitters of K-State so far.
Sylvester at 6'3", Buckley at 6'1" as the setter. So no advantage by getting your best outside hitter lined up with the other team's setter. Quick set here, Sylvester. Morris got a hand on it. Hinkle gets it back to the middle, over by K-State. Para blocked in her face by Clinton. Tip try, K-State's to it. Carter through the block, ends the rally.
We'll see, just the connection with Para hasn't been quite on. She's not able to really get a full swing on it, and K-State taking advantage. Carter just finding the seam, hitting those. You see the advantage of her hitting those high hands right there on that replay. It just ricochets right through.
Buckley able to slam it down on K-State side. The advantages of height at setter.
Well, it's pretty awesome, because that's an offensive weapon right there. You know, the block has to pay attention. And, you know, right now the block's kind of trying to commit a little bit more with Para being in the front row. And
Para with an ace.
Para last year at Texas was almost a serving specialist for them. Didn't see the court a whole lot, get to hit much front row.
Had 5 aces in a match last season. Stuck behind some really good outside hitters for the national champion Longhorns. Big block, Carter Boulding. The Wildcats 3rd in the league in blocking coming into play. And Boulding 2nd in the Big 12 and 2nd nationally, averaging 1.76 blocks per set.
Yeah, the block has been so great. I know it's something they've really emphasized for K-State, is really being a good defensive team. And that block's a big part of it.
3rd error by K-State on serve. Green, Sylvester is out. Green returns. As you look at Carter there a moment ago, 2 errors for Carter with service. Weigelt back again. Trying to pick on Shaylee Myers. Quick set to Boulding, and she comes right at us for the smash.
And Boulding clearly seeing that block well. Again, that one-on-one, and that really allows her to kind of cut it around that block, find the angles. So far, it's the wrist away. They aren't stopping it, just gonna keep on hitting it.
Nearing the midway point of this first set. Green able to throw it down and make it a 1-point set. So back and forth we go. These two teams signing out at over 70%. No one's been able to separate much. And it's Buckley, the setter, to the back row to serve. Quick set to Schmidt. On the back row, Para touched. Clinton-Wald on the right. She'll get another chance. Up by Buckley. Joust above the net. Schmidt got a hand on it. Knowles on the right. One hand up by Hinkle. Tight for Carter. Put into the net, but not over. And TCU ties it at 14.
And Knowles, a big part of the TCU team last year, really came on late in the season and helped them advance in the NCAA tournament and find some success. Unfortunate injury early this season. When they get her going full speed, we'll see what TCU is able to do.
A service error allows K-State to push in front as we head to a timeout on Big 12 Now.
Check it out.
Introducing the new and improved taste of Pepsi Zero Sugar. Now more delicious. Zero never tasted so good. Try it now.
Check it out.
You know, with the new Rivalry Riches instant ticket from the Kansas Lottery, you're supposed to scratch both sides. Well, suit yourselves. But with Rivalry Riches, you could scratch your way up to $50,000. Just be sure to play both sides.
You're getting thirsty. Bold. Refreshing. So good. I mean, dude.
Championship on the line. Good! It's good!
Jason Williams and the Horned Frogs staying around K-State despite hitting negative 0-3-7 here in this first set. It has not been an offensive showcase so far. Wildcat defense has limited Melanie Para, the reigning National Player of the Week. 0 kills, 2 errors on 10 swings for Para, and just 3 kills combined for the TCU offense. K-State, though, hasn't been able to separate as well because they've made 5 of their own errors.
Yeah, definitely errors have been a problem here early on in the set. It kind of made it not a real smooth game for either team.
Knowles to the left side. Mentioned last year's All-Region and first-team All-Big 12 outside hitter. Myers on the left, could not throw it down far. And then coming back, Green at the middle. So maybe TCU starts to push things a little quicker to the center of the court.
Yeah, definitely getting their middles involved because early on, Para's not really been on. So got to find some other answers, and Green has been phenomenal for TCU so far.
Raiola in to serve, the senior, who is the daughter of Dominic Raiola, who you may remember played football at Nebraska, then on into the NFL for 14 years. Just dropped over, nearly fell into the campfire for K-State. Now Fernholz on the right. Para into the block. Carter pushes it forward. Myers ball to the ground by Green. And just like that, TCU in front. Gorski now coming in for Myers.
TCU's been able to shut Myers down on the outside. She had some success early on, but in these transition plays that are happening pretty quickly, Myers just hitting a little too low into that block.
Raiola still serving. Middle back for Carter, didn't get the touch. 6th attack error by Kansas State, and now 7 on the board for K-State on attack errors, and a timeout for Jason Mansfield. As Kansas State will burn the timeout, TCU begins to put some things together. And the Horned Frogs on a roll. We mentioned this coming in. A team that was many thought to be in the mix for the Big 12 crown. They were preseason number 4 in the conference. And Jason Williams liking what he sees here so far from this group. And for more on that, we bring in the 3rd member of our crew, Hannah Whetstone. Good evening, Hannah. What do you got for us?
Thanks so much, Brian. As the Horned Frogs enter Big 12 play, TCU's head coach, Jason Williams, says this team has seen a shift in their mindset this season. Last season, it was all about scoring points. This season, it's all about blocking. It's all about defense. He said he's seen this team come alive in the last few weekends, blocking-wise, and this team's ability to make quick adjustments on defense allows this team to be successful.
Now, thank you, Hannah. The 7 errors for K-State, it should be noted, they're not all just complete misfires. As we saw, Green had a big block. This is a team that's 4th in the league in blocking. It's not as if they've just relied on Para and their stars at the outside to go to work on teams and just survive that way without playing any defense.
Yeah, definitely some pretty amazing digs already. It's just whether they can, turn it in transition and earn those points. And I think that transition for Coach Williams has really been an emphasis this year.
So a 3-0 run here by TCU has them in front. And now have pulled their hitting percentage up to even. 4 kills, 4 errors. K-State 9 kills, but 7 attack errors and 3 service errors. So 10 points they have handed to the Horned Frogs in this first set. Serve to come still from Raiola. Carter slides in front of Grigorski to take the serve receive. And Grigorski blocked to the ground by Knowles and Green.
They just feel like the outside hitters there for K-State aren't using the high hands. They're trying to really rip that ball, hitting too low, allowing that block to take advantage of that low hitting, and that's the big difference right there.
So on cue, after Hannah's telling us about blocking for TCU, the Horned Frogs with 2 big blocks in a row on K-State's outsides. Out of system for Grigorski, shoved down by Green.
And we'll notice K-State not really passing good enough to get more hitters than just the outsides involved. And that's been some of the struggle for K-State, is getting into that offensive rhythm with their pass.
So Kansas State will burn another timeout as the Wildcats try to figure out a way to slow down the turn of tables here. by TCU. A 5-0 run by the Horned Frogs. You mentioned the high hand shot. Jason Mansfield, in his first year at K-State, knows Jason Williams pretty well. The two were longtime club coaches that always would hit each other on the club circuit. Williams, for 16 years, was down in Texas with AAU and club, and then Mansfield coached it out in California. And then they were the top 2 assistants at some of the premier program. Baylor, of course, a top 10 team at times and top 15 perennially under their new regime, and with the last 7 years before he left to come over here. And then, of course, Jason Mansfield at Stanford and Washington. So these two guys know each other pretty well and kind of have an idea of what each other wants to do. Mansfield, an outside hitter coach by trade. You know it's going to have to be driving him a little crazy that
yes,
the outside hitters are struggling just a little bit here tonight.
Yeah, you've seen him every time he's bringing those outsides over. He's having conversations with them every opportunity he gets, really trying to help them see what he is seeing here on the sideline. Using the block more will be key, especially where K-State is going to face a lot of big blocks as they progress through the Big 12, and so those are some adjustments that those hitters are going to have to make to be successful.
So out of this timeout, the second and final timeout for K-State. Carter, a missed hit on the serve receive. Not a good first reaction out of the timeout. Green trying to go over, could not, and 4 hits for K-State will give them a point and a side out.
Yeah, maybe just the little break K-State needs. Need a big serve right here for K-State.
Gorgorski also with a couple of misfires on serve, including an error. Nearly gets an ace there. Bounced out to Para, and she got it in. Para had been struggling with that shot across the court, but able to sneak that one inside the block.
Yeah, she's really been trying to paint that line out there by Morris, and this time finally able to get enough of it to get the kill.
Fernholz on the slide, blocked by Sylvester. Para also there.
Yeah, Para doing a great job diving into the seam, taking away that cross-court shot on that slide for Fernholz. See if she can make an adjustment.
Carter, huge block, but was able to get it out and get the kill. And that finally turns around what had been an 8-2 run by TCU.
Coach Williams talking to Knowles about changing her hands to finish that play, making a good move, but maybe a little high on her press.
Knowles getting the serve receive, will swing away and deliver.
Wow, her best attack so far tonight. Exactly what Coach Williams wants to see is getting Knowles more involved.
TCU closing in on the first set. These two teams playing back-to-back nights. It's kind of what we saw during COVID, this kind of scheduling format. Team comes in for 2 sets or 2 matches. Quick set to Boulding, and she'll change it up to get the kill.
And you see Boulding was pulled to the right side of the court, and so she has a lot more space if she goes cross-body. Does a good job seeing that and not making the error.
Hinkle back to serve for the Wildcats. Quick set, middle, but Boulding was ready.
Boulding has been so good at her block, really diving into those shots, taking them away last minute on the middle attack. So impressed with her play so far this season.
State within 3, Para coming, Hinkle digs her, but over the net and out. So Para gets the kill, and that is just her second. Now hitting an even 0 on the night. 2 errors, 2 kills, 13 swings. Para back to go serve. An ace in an error for Para. Clinton through the block.
Clinton has such a smooth approach to the ball, somehow able to sneak it through the high hands there of TCU's block.
Well, Carter has struggled a little bit with her serve in this first set. Para from the back row, touched and finished by Para. And it's set point.
And Para, a lot of her 34 kills against Florida State came from that back line, hitting that pipe. She's so good at that attack.
Overpass on the serve. K-State gets it played. Then they collide in the back. Hinkle and Clinton. And that allows TCU to win the point. Now Jason Mansfield's got their challenge card out. And we'll see if he decides to challenge this. And they will. So review by Jason Mansfield. Nope, he's going to say to heck with it. So we'll take the break. TCU wins the first set, 25-20.
Vintage Y2K.
Yes.
Oh, retro Samsung. Very impressive.
You think so?
Vintage Y2K.
Yes.
Oh, retro Samsung. Very impressive.
You think so?
Interesting piece.
Vintage Y2K.
Yes.
Oh, retro Samsung. Very impressive.
You think so?
At AT&T, it's worth a new Samsung Galaxy Z Flip 5. Any year, any condition. Even that condition.
We love our house. The outdoor space is great, but we do have invasive weeds.
Ranger!
He's up here!
At least Geico makes bundling my home and car insurance easy. We save so much.
Stay away from my family!
For bundling made easy, go to geico.com.
Those new tiles are falling right into place until you run out of, what are those called again? That's it. For doing that doesn't stop, download the Home Depot app.
Barkley for the ruffles.
Charles, it's barbecue time.
Nah, Chuck's always been a little twisted.
Everybody knows you love cheese, old man. So hit 6. Old? No!
Ruffles, choose the flavor that speaks to you.
Superb racing. Yes, guys.
Toy Story Fun Day Football, Sunday, October 1st on ESPN+.
We welcome you back to Morgan Family Arena here in beautiful Manhattan, Kansas. I'm actually here with K-State's head women's basketball coach, Jeff Mittie. Coach, highly anticipated season coming up. What are you most excited for?
You know, I think I'm just excited to get going. We'll get going on Monday. It's an earlier time because of the rules, but this team's been a good, hard-working team. I'm excited to get Lee back, if you ask what, but Gisela Sanchez is back, Jamia Harris all out previous years, so we're excited about that.
Thanks so much, Coach.
All right, thank you, Hannah. Should be a lot of fun with Jeff Mittie's team, and there are a couple of the players checking this one out today. It's Rebecca Dollinger standing up, and Eliza Maupin, Gabby Gregory trying on the sunglasses there in the front row. Big things expected for them, big things hoped for K-State volleyball, but so far TCU with the upper hand after one set. I guess your thought on what we saw there in set number one.
Well, I think K-State came out, great game plan, really put a lot of pressure on Para on the outside, did a good job shutting her down, but late in the game struggled getting into an offensive rhythm, mainly because they weren't passing well. And that led to a lot of errors, really relied heavily on those outside hitters. Need to get Bolding going more.
Yeah, Bolding, 3 kills, only 4 swings, but that's a .750 hit percentage. And even Anaya Clinton, a couple of kills. Aaliyah Carter had 5 of the 12 kills for K-State, but hit just 143. And neither team, as you see there, hit well, as the hit errors were a big part. Blocks a big issue. How about that? 6 blocks for TCU in the first set, and that's now back-to-back matches where the Wildcats have had a 5-block or more set against them by an opponent. That's happened 3 of the last 4 sets dating back to the match with Rice.
Yeah, just K-State needs to do a better job seeing that block in front of him and using them. Outside hitters aren't going to hit clean in the Big 12 against these big blocks. So they got to make some adjustments, use the high hands more. We saw Carter did it early on. She can do it. We know she can do it. Just use that block. It's almost an automatic kill every time.
Carter and Grigorski, Sholszewski there for K-State to start this second set as they try to bounce back and even this match at a set apiece. TCU will start with Rayola with serve. And the senior from Scottsdale, Arizona, picking on Grigorski. Fernholz tried to tip, kept alive off the net by Buckley and put over by the Horned Frogs. Carter, hard into the block, and there you go.
Great adjustment by Carter. You saw Knowles was late, reaching her hands out and just hitting it off the top of the hands, too deep for the defense to track down.
All kind of started with the Grigorski serve receive, which was pretty good.
It was.
Gave K-State a chance. Speaking of that, not a great serve receive by the Horned Frogs, but somehow got it over with Knowles. Boulding blocked by Green. What a performance by Bree Green in the middle.
Yeah, Green, you see, she made the adjustment last second, dropped those hands in that cross-court shot for Boulding. See if she makes the adjustment.
5 blocks for Green already through 2 sets, and we're not even through the second set. Averaged 1.4 blocks per set a year ago at Denver. Here's Boulding again. So K-State, to what you said, trying to get their middle and their All-American candidate in Boulding off and running, and she gets the kill on the air by TCU.
Yeah, you really got to look at the numbers. Hitting 750, you know, ending that first set, that means you got to get her the ball more.
She's already had 2 swings here early. Hinkle to serve now for K-State. Starting center the last 2 years for K-State, got injured in the fall, missed much of the fall practice session and the first week of the season, got cleared to come back, but it's a nagging injury, a lower leg injury on her right side. And so now kind of relegated to what looks to be a 2-setter rotation with Sholszewski as she gets to the back row. A service there, though, by Hinkle. She's on the run here for Clinton, standing shot. Miscommunication by the Horned Frogs. Free ball to K-State. Back to Boulding. Para. Roll shot middle, and K-State quite not ready for that. They were expecting the smoke from Para.
Yeah, smart play there by Para. We don't see it very often, kind of that mix-up off shot, roll shot. But here early on, having to make some adjustments due to that K-State block.
Hinkle sets Boulding quick. One hand up by Rayola. Morris throws it up to Clinton. Clinton gets the touch. Jason Williams asking his team if there was a touch. And he's got the challenge card in his hand.
Looking at it live, I don't think I saw one, but I've been wrong many times, Brian.
We have. I will tell you that I thought I heard at least something. But this review right here, or this look, does not look like...
No fingers moving.
Nope, does not look like Sylvester touched that. So you would be right, I think. And Clinton just hit it long. But both officials at the end, both far side floor official and near side floor official, ruled touch. So surprising. You would think Bill Stanley, who's the one that's doing this, longtime veteran official, fantastic. Dan Hauser, the up official today. Normally, those officials, those refs that are right at the corner of the net, they hear it. You hear the hands.
Yep.
Looks like the review is over. And they're going to say no touch. kind of seeing what we saw, which was not, if anything, of a hand moving. So Jason Mansfield does not get another kill for his squad. Instead, we're now tied at 3, or 4-2 TCU, I should say. They will serve with Knowles. And Jason Williams does not lose his challenge. Here's Carter. Boulding put it over the net on the pass. K-State was able to dig the swing. Here's Carter on the right. Coming over the net. Free pass by TCU. Not a very aesthetically looking, pleasing rally, but it's going to work out for K-State as Clinton dug and out.
It felt like everyone was on pins and needles. The ball was very close to the net in some tight situations. It was just like, who was going to make the error first?
So Carter to serve for K-State. Oasis 2 errors for Carter. Gets this one a little bit better into the middle. Para answers back with her best swing.
Yeah, I'm not really sure how she slipped that ball through. I don't know if it went under Boulding's arms. She didn't hit it very high necessarily, but able to slip it through. Yeah, just inside those hands of Boulding.
So Para now to serve. Straight up in the air by Myers. She'll get it back. Cuts back. And K-State not able to play it once it got above the net. Early lead for the Horned Frogs, who opened the year against number 7 Minnesota up in Minneapolis. Lost that one in 4, then lost to number 2 Wisconsin the next day before finally getting on track. And those 2 losses seemed to kind of rattle them. They came back, lost to Coastal Carolina, who's solid but not spectacular. They lost that one on the road, and then since that time they've kind of found their footing and have been on a roll, winning 7 of 8. And look very much like the team that many thought would be in the top 4 of the league. Sydney Boulding serving to the corner and just long. No aces, 5 errors in the service for the Wildcats.
Yeah, it's one of the things that K-State does well. It's served really tough, and that has allowed them to play better, defense, get their block set up, and just struggling here tonight with that serve.
Clinton on the right, another block off, or another kill off the block.
You see Clinton just doing a great job hitting high. She's got good enough velocity on that attack to really ricochet it off those high hands. I feel like a broken record. I say it so many times, but I'm a big fan of a tool kill. It's hard to defend off that.
Szolszewski to serve. Injury scare for Szolszewski in the last home match for K-State. And off the block, TCU gets the side out. Szolszewski came down on the foot of Brenna Schmidt late in that match against Rice and had to come out. It was as loud as this building gets that you could have heard a pin drop.
Yeah, it was
so quiet in here as Szolszewski had to be helped off the court, but thankfully seems to be all right. Never missed any time of practice. Schmidt blocked at the middle. It's Green again. 6 blocks for Green.
Again, last minute, she drops her left hand and takes away that cross shot of Schmidt.
What a pickup to the portal Bree Green has been. Szolszewski out to Shaylee Myers off the top of the block. Para popped up by Schmidt, but it overplayed her back row. And the Horned Frogs build their lead to 5.
You see TCU put up a triple block against Myers on the outside here, really going all in defensively.
Yeah, daring K-State to go somewhere other than left side. Serve received, not great, and there's Green. Timeout K-State as they try to figure out what ails them in the second. 11-5 Horned Frogs when we return on Big 12 Now on ESPN+.
This is Coach Chris Kleiman with a message of hope for families battling drug addiction. No one takes drugs like meth, cocaine, and ecstasy expecting to become addicted. You should know that addiction can happen to anyone because it's a disease of the brain. But that also means recovery is possible. Addiction doesn't have to be permanent, and the state of Kansas is ready to assist you every step of the way.
Visit findtreatment.gov or call the Kansas Substance Abuse Referral Line at 866-645-8216.
Kate's Heating and Cooling's 50th anniversary celebration is going on now with unprecedented savings on new heating and cooling systems. How would you like to join the party? With Kate's, you choose the style that fits you best. Will it be 48 months at 0% financing or a 10-year parts and labor warranty on new equipment, including a 10-year annual maintenance contract? Go to katesheatingandcooling.com to make your selection. Who can offer you savings that fit your style? That's right. Kate's can.
We started at 12, running 11 deep, and dropping down since 9-6. What happened when the Big 8 met the Southwest? 7 Heismans, count them, with 6 at the net, 5 on the floor, and 4 schools stronger. We put up threes, throw up deuces, and make one thing clear. We've always been greater than 12.
Well, the story so far for TCU, we came in talking about Melanie Parra, and for the right reasons. She's begun to get on track, but it has been Bree Green in the middle for the Horned Frogs that has had a dominant showing, both offensively and defensively. May get credit for another block here, even though it looked like Carter just didn't get it over.
Yeah, K-State's really struggled with that back row attack, finding that offensive rhythm there. That's an important part of their offense. Just need to get that going for Carter so she can be a weapon front and back row.
Serve coming to Myers. It's Carter for the back row again, kept keeping it in. TCU just a little out of system. Knowles, there's Morris. Again for Carter, and she gets it.
I like the repeat by Sholcheski. Give Carter a chance. That repeat is so important, especially when you're trying to get your big hitter involved and going, feeling good.
Jason Mansfield doing a lot of trying to push confidence for this team. You can, during the timeout, talking to them, hey, we got it, we're okay. It's just trying to, these runs now. You go back to the Rice match, and then this match here with TCU. K-State gets into these funks, these ruts. So error prone, they can't get back on track. Carter on the near side, able to hammer it off the block.
Yeah, good sign. Carter, again, another great attack. She's keeping everything right in front of her, seeing the block better here this set so far.
We haven't mentioned it yet, but most of this set has been set by the backup setter for TCU, Lily Nicholson, a true freshman from McKinney, Texas. Buckley is over there. She's just at the end of the row for the Horned Frogs, but it's been Buckley on the bench and Nicholson most of the time in the lineup.
Yeah, I'm not sure if it's just more experience, getting people involved. TCU has a bit of a lead.
Nicholson, a high school All-American, one of the premier setters in the prep ranks. Carter again cools the block.
If we watch that back, Knowles' hands were facing out of bounds. She has to change that and turn it back into the court. Otherwise, that's going to be all day, all night for Carter.
Jason Williams telling Knowles that very thing, right as we're talking. Knowles was looking over to the side. Jason Williams was there, showing with his hands, her hands. Saying that had to change. Carter now with 9 kills, so she's starting to heat up. Mackenzie Morris, K-State's libero to serve. And too long. And the service error parade continues. K-State, no aces, 6 errors. And of their 6 service errors, 5 of them have been long. Graham Schreiber. Carter over a triple block. No block for Carter, and she couldn't keep it in.
I like her swinging at that ball. Nobody was up to block. She had a wide open net. Just got to find a way to keep that ball in bounds.
Close, but long. Quick set to Bolding. Para, been quiet, comes back with her kill, her 7th.
Yeah, Bolding didn't quite press that left hand over the net, and Parr just hits it off those arms.
So Jason Mansfield will burn a timeout with TCU up big 16-8. Now, this score notwithstanding, the Wildcats, who have gone toe-to-toe with some big names already in college volleyball, feel like they're still in a position to make some noise in the Big 12 this year. For more on that, let's go over to Hannah Whetstone again.
Thanks so much, Brian. As the Wildcats head into Big 12 play, head coach Jason Mansfield says he believes this team has what it takes. He says they have the people in this program and on the court to be successful. These players have experience. They just have to make more plays more often in order to give their team the best chance to win.
Yeah, it's being consistent. I mean, as we talked about before, as you watch this team right now, there's so much time energy being spent. Just K-State trying to take a deep breath, relax, we're good, we're okay, it's fine, we can get back on track. And it just doesn't seem to be that ability to, if it's somebody making a play, making the right pass, there doesn't seem to be that one item. It's hard to put a finger on it right now.
It really is, and I talked to Coach Mansfield a little bit about that, you know, and so he's just really focusing on continuing to train the team and work on all areas of the game. And like you mentioned, they are a team that's more than capable. They do have experience. You look at Carter, Fernholz, Mac Morris has been playing for K-State for several years now. These players have played in tough situations. They played against a team that won the national championship last year, and they've competed with those teams. So you just have to continue to grind away, and sometimes you got to let some of the errors and things and just continue to grind away, and it's tough.
It's almost like free throws is what it kind of feels like, right? When you're a team that's struggling shooting the free throws, and the more you think about it, oh man, we can't let this happen.
That's right.
And then it kind of builds on itself, and that's where K-State seems to be in right now, in this funk of they're trying so badly to not think about it or panic about errors that they end up panicking about not panicking.
Exactly. I couldn't have said it better, Brian.
So K-State will get the side out here. Fernholz and Sholszewski rotate out. Clinton and Hinkle are in, and we'll see what K-State can try and do. In the meantime, if you're TCU, things are starting to fall into place. We talked about this before, but Knowles returning from injury has solidified them up front. They've had some outside hitter, I don't want to say ineffectiveness, but they've rotated between Jalen Gibson, the sophomore, Julian Adams, and another veteran that was back. And now it's Knowles settling in with Para, giving them a 1-2 punch. And Rayola is another outside hitter. If Green continues to develop, all of a sudden you start looking across the league. As deep as this league is, this TCU team's going to be right there with the tops of the conference.
Yeah, definitely have the tools and the ability to play high-quality volleyball.
They are in a 2-setter rotation. Buckley is in, so it's just back row for Nicholson. Jackson Williams seeing his offense change it up a little bit. Clinton goes high hands, hunting and misses.
Yeah, either I feel like Clinton needs to just pop that down the line. She's got that ability, or find the hands.
18 attack errors by K-State here tonight, 20 kills. Bolding, able to get it in. She's been the bright spot for K-State.
That set was a little bit low, but Bolding does a good job of not making an error. Found the deep corner.
6'5" super senior now with 5 kills, 2 digs, 2 blocks. Carter to serve. Pick it on Para. She'll get it back. Hard to the block. Carter steps in. Back to Bolding. Para misses. Caught the net, but did not get the block.
Yeah, see it inside again. Inside set, tight and inside, and she's still trying to find, just, you run out of space, ultimately. You know, either she's really got to crack at 10-foot line or go a different direction.
K-State trying to wear her out right now, serving at Para. And it doesn't work out as Buckley in the front row, able to throw it down. Another kill for Buckley. 10 assists, 7 digs for Buckley, now 2 kills. And Para to serve. Clinton, big swing right side.
That's a great swing, kind of what we talked about on the left side here earlier. Either crush it down the line or try to hit those hands.
Redshirt freshman, a native of Midland, Texas. Didn't play at all last season. Really blossomed the latter part of fall practice. So Jason Mansfield has now come alive here for K-State. Para, good tip. K-State barely gets it up and over. Para again, a second chance here. Clinton quick to this one. Myers. How about 3 tries for Para? This time no touch. And the error gives K-State the point.
Well, you got to look at how fast that pipe set is for Para. That's why she had to tip the first couple, because it was just low. She was jumping above the ball.
At 5'11", but all kind of arms and legs. I mean, she is so quick. TCU a bit out of sorts the last 2 points, and K-State finally with some momentum in this second set. And that'll force a timeout by Jason Williams, who has hands on hips for his Horned Frogs, who had been in command in the second frame. So TCU will talk it over, K-State will talk it over, and try and keep this thing running. We mentioned the Wildcats back at it tomorrow night. We'll have it for you here on Big 12 Now on ESPN Plus against TCU. K-State will then head out on the road and take West Virginia on the road, and then back home for Cincinnati at the end of the month. But it gets no easier from there, as from that point forward, K-State, every opponent they'll play the rest of the way in Big 12 play, all but 2 over the next 2 months are ranked.
Yeah, it's a gauntlet for sure. You know, and something that you want to prep yourself for with your preseason, playing some tough teams like Rice. Those are some good Nebraska, good quality matches that they had, and then preps for the quality teams in the Big 12. And you know, Coach Mansfield really wants to see his team grow, because it's going to be a long haul. There's going to be a lot of ups and downs, but how can this team ride through that?
Mentioned that the Big 12, the deepest conference in the league coming in to tonight, one of only 2 in the country, with 6 teams ranked, a couple of others receiving votes, but 46% of the league being ranked is the highest percentage of any conference in America. I know everyone wants to talk Big 10, but the Big 12 clearly in the discussion for the best volleyball conference in America, and then the only league with all teams over 500. So out of this timeout, the Wildcats on a 3-0 run have pulled back into this thing. They were down 8 at one point, 16-8, and then later 19-11, but now 19-14, serving with Bolding, who will stay in for at least 1 rotation in the back row. Bolding collides with Carter, but gets the ball up. It finds Myers. TCU, Knowles, well off the net, but got it as the block was unable to be kept in.
Another fast set. Knowles ready, though, for that tempo. Just off the arms of Myers.
So much ballyhoo about Knowles. Went out of the high school ranks when she landed at TCU, was an All-American in the prep ranks out of Waxahachie, number 20 overall recruit, and it just didn't come around. She was the preseason Big 12 co-freshman of the year her first year. Didn't quite work out. Then went into shoulder surgery. Missed a good part of the sophomore season. Labored through the junior year last year. Or a true senior year last year was when she finally broke out and realized all that potential. Averaged only 4 kills a set. then another shoulder injury, and then kind of laboring back and getting back to 100%. Clinton misfiring here, but I mean, Knowles and Para, you're talking about two of the best prep players in their respective countries. Now with the pins for TCU. Big block thrown up again by the Horned Frogs. Rayola got Clinton.
Finish those hands back into the court. Nice finish.
12 blocks by the Horned Frogs in 2 sets. Myers finally gets loose left side.
Much better attack there by Myers. Haven't quite seen that power. Good sign for the Wildcats. Try to get her going.
The most blocks by any team in a 3-set match is 16, or in 3 sets is 16 by TCU against Utah State, and they are well on their way right now with 12 here in the early going, and it's Buckley again catching the Wildcats. It's just when you feel like you're, all right, we're figuring out Parr on the outside, or we're figuring out Green in the middle. Here comes Buckley.
Yeah, a lot of weapons, this TCU team.
Frogs 2 points away from going up 2 sets to none as Nicholson rotates into the back row. Her sister Paige Anderson was an all Big 12 middle blocker at Oklahoma. Myers into the hands. Knowles wide of the mark.
Serving for K-State, #1,
Gregorski in off the bench to serve. Knowles on the left and able to get it. Maybe just trying to do a little too much, K-State in the back row.
Yeah, sometimes reaching a little bit out of position. Those touches have just left them a little bit vulnerable to plays like that.
Set point for the Horned Frogs. A dominant showing defensively against K-State. Here's Carter, couldn't get it over, and that'll be the end of the second. So TCU with a dominant showing. 25-20, 25-16. They lead it 2 sets to none inside Morgan Family Arena in the Little Apple on Big 12 Now.
Vintage Y2K.
Yes.
Oh, retro Samsung. Very impressive.
You think so?
At AT&T, it's worth a new Samsung Galaxy Z Flip 5. Any year, any condition. Even that condition.
Why do I choose a Sleep Number smart bed?
So I can keep them all guessing.
So I know their game better than they do.
So I can take my game to the next level.
Because when your bed is this smart, you sleep at the right temperature all night. That's why 80% of NFL players choose the Sleep Number smart bed.
Geico makes it easy to bundle your home and car insurance. In fact, it's so easy. It reminds me of a joke my mate told me. Wow, they really like that one.
Geico.
Barkley for the Ruffles.
Charles, it's barbecue time.
Nah, Chuck's always been a little twisted.
Everybody knows you love cheese, old man. So here's 6. Old? No!
Ruffles, choose the flavor that speaks to you.
For he is a jolly good man. Mostly good mammal. Which nobody can deny. Even that guy. Celebrate our big damn birthday and save. Only at Duluth Trading.
Back at Morgan Family Arena in Manhattan, the first of back-to-back matches against TCU for the Wildcats, and it's the Horned Frogs on the road with a 2-set-to-none lead inside a good crowd here in the Little Apple. Back with you again on Big 12 Now on ESPN Plus. Brian Swimmer, Liz Wagner-Bush, Hannah Whetstone will join us again coming up a little bit later. Well, we've seen 2 sets, and it has been a Horned Frog team that looks very much like a team that was supposed to be ranked or near the top 25. They are playing very well, and it's been balanced. It feels like it hasn't been the Para show, which it could have been, and it has been at times this year. K-State's had bright spots, but again, kind of the same story we've seen. I'm curious about your take that they just can't seem to get out of their own way.
Yeah, errors at the wrong time, and just offensively just feel very up and down and not really smooth and fluid. And I think that's something Coach Mansfield's really been trying to find with this team, that confidence, trying to work through some adversity, because there's going to be a lot of it as they progress through this Big 12 play.
Look at some numbers here from the first 2 sets. K-State hit 0-27. Now on the day and on the night, after an even hit percentage, 11 kills, 11 errors in that second set. The errors, the huge story. 21 attack errors by K-State, 6 service errors. So you're just handing the other team 27 points in 2 different sets. 13 blocks by the Horned Frogs so far through 2 sets. We'll come back and tell you what that record could possibly mean for TCU when we return on ESPN Plus.
Check it out. Introducing the new and improved taste of Pepsi Zero Sugar. Now more delicious. Zero never tasted so good. Try it now.
With the new Rivalry Riches instant ticket from the Kansas Lottery, you're supposed to scratch both sides. Well, suit yourselves. But with Rivalry Riches, you could scratch your way up to $50,000. Just be sure to play both sides.
You're getting thirsty. Bold. Refreshing. So good. Dude.
There are those who see the world through a different lens, who take risks, who are willing to make a stand. Because trails, they aren't blazed by the timid, but by the bold. For 150 years, TCU has been creating the next generation of leaders. To think audaciously, care compassionately, lead heroically. And now, it's our turn. Our time to lead on.
Kansas State coming back to the court looking for their first set win. TCU looking for the clean sweep. Let's go back to keys to victory, Liz Wagner-Bush, that you have for these 2 teams. Feels like the Horned Frogs are grading out very well.
Yeah, TCU's done a nice job balancing their offense. We've seen some hitters come in and really provide a lift when Para wasn't playing well. And they've been playing some pretty good defense. Their block has been pretty undeniable here so far in this match. K-State, I feel like struggling with that first contact, not able to get more hitters involved, really relying heavily on those outside hitters, making it easier for TCU to block. And then they're not quite shutting down Para and Knowles on the pins.
We'll see if TCU can continue to chase down that block record. 16 against Utah State, their high watermark as a team so far this year. They are, again, one of the best in the country when it comes to blocks. Not only are they right behind K-State in the team rankings, 4th in the Big 12 in blocks, but they have 2 players ranking in the top 10 individually in blocks. Green is one of those. She's had the big night. Sylvester the other. They're the only team in the Big 12 to have 2 representatives in the top 10 of the conference in blocks per set. And Green, a starring role, has 10 blocks in 2 sets already. Yep, it's her 3rd 10 block or more match this season, 4th of her career. She had 12 at a match against A&M earlier this year.
Wow, it's impressive numbers. And really what Coach Williams wants to see from his team, what he talked about defensively, getting them going.
Green, kind of this new wave of volleyball. I feel like there was a period of time where K-State, and not just K-State, I'm sorry, the Big 12 overall, you saw taller players, big players. The Big 10, was kind of in this region. Nebraska was always for years. huge blocks, 6'3", 6'4" kids on the outside. And now we've kind of moved, and I don't know if it was the Asiana Presley that changed all of it for Baylor. I'm sure there were other players before her, but you had more outside hitters in the mold of an Eggleston, of a Presley, of what TCU's had over the years, and they were smaller players that could fly around and cause all sorts of havoc for you on the outside. And Carter, part of that mold as well, and it's carried over to the middles, where you have someone like Green, who is only 6'1", but is utterly dominant today at the middle.
Yeah, just some phenomenal athletes. You know, we're seeing that, just great athletes, able to move, jump high, hit hard. Really, that's kind of the mold of volleyball player. Height doesn't play as big of a factor. Obviously, it's nice, but not the be-all, end-all of being able to play effective volleyball.
Holding well read, able to slip it past the TCU defense. Just to finish off that thought, Katie Fernholz, again, playing right side today, 6'1". Been a middle that's been effective for K-State.
A double block up, not much Bolding could do. Good job to slipping it over the block.
Double hit as Nicholson went down to try and get that up. That's unsurprising, usually with a ball that low. You can hear the TCU bench saying, just because she was low? Yes, unfortunately, that is the response. It's not great, not perfect, but it's always called. Para, even though, going back to that play, I think Nicholson got it. Like, it looked clean. Like, it did not look like a lift. It looked like she got a clean set.
Yeah, a lot of times we'll see that ball kind of spin, kind of funky out of the hands when it's a double.
Serving for TCU, number 15, Aubrey Nall.
So Nicholson is out. Buckley back in. So setter threat on the front row. 3 weapons now on the front row for this TCU squad. Here's Clinton into the block. 6th kill for Anaya Clinton, the redshirt freshman.
Yeah, I can't say enough about her ability to come in and just keep things simple, use the block. Her job right now is to kind of get this team going offensively. She's doing a nice job for the Wildcats.
Carter with 10, Clinton with 6, Bolding with 6. Leaders for Kansas State. Para, who started slow, now has 10 kills herself. So she's in double digits for the 10th time this year and the 7th straight match.
Serving for TCU, number 23,
As balanced as the offense has been, they don't have anybody else over 5 kills. Para has 10, so it feels like they've been balanced, at least on the swings. But Terminal, truthfully, it has been K-State's mistakes that have helped out TCU more than them putting down kills.
Definitely.
Para, with a good serve, caught the line judge in between a raised flag and a flag down. She initially raised it up, saying this was out. They came back and said it was in. And now K-State's going to challenge.
Well, we have to talk about the speed on that serve. It was pretty impressive. This is the reason why she was almost a serving specialist for Texas last year. This is close.
So good. I mean, it's so fast. Listen, those line judges are having a hard time. I mean, that's not an easy job anyway. But when the ball's moving like that, she's standing like a foot away from it.
Yeah.
It still was.
I'm not sure.
That may have. This looked long, and it is. So one challenge by Jason Mansfield. Lost one earlier, now keeps the other. So an error by Para. So from an ace to an error, 1 ace, 4 errors on the night for TCU. K-State still looking for their first service ace. Here's Szulczewski. Transferred to Kansas State from Oregon State. Quick set middle. K-State unable to keep it in. Sylvester gets involved.
Yeah, hasn't had to do much offensively. Doing a nice job, though, putting up some big blocks for TCU.
Horned Frogs will serve with Weigelt. Thrown out to Myers, up the line.
And you see that 3 outside hitter kind of rotation that K-State does. involving Anaya Clinton. You've got Aaliyah Carter, and you've got Shaylee Myers all providing a lift there, right side and outside for K-State.
Gregorski to serve. Tip try coming for Rayola. K-State was able to get to it. They come back with Carter, an aggressive tip into the block. Jason Williams wanted to lift on Carter.
Yeah, we've talked about this, how they've really kind of changed their opinion on what is a lift and what is not with the throw.
You can hear Jason Williams right in front of us saying she followed through on the throw, therefore that should be a lift. And now an ace for K-State, their first of the night.
A good sign for K-State here early on with the lead. We saw this in the first set. K-State will be important for them to continue to maintain this, keep this lead here throughout this third set.
Mistakes have doomed the Cats in the first two sets. TCU has played well, but K-State has completely imploded. Szolszewski near the K-State bench gets it back in over by Schmidt. Green with authority!
Wow. Great save by Szolszewski for K-State. But Green, what a finish. And you see Schmidt was up on her, put up a pretty nice block, but she, just with her leaping ability, able to slice it.
That is perfect rhythm from Buckley to Green. Fernholz able to stick it into the back row. So changed up her shot angle.
Yeah, we saw them diving into that cross-court shot she was doing earlier. There she found a little bit more of the seam.
Mac Morris, service error. One of the better servers for K-State the last few seasons, but has really struggled with that float serve this year. Just 6 aces now here at match number 10 and 13 errors. Carter up the line. For the Wildcats who changed up their shots, Liz, we've seen 4 straight outside hitter swings, left and right, going line instead of cross court.
Yeah, definitely. You know, going cross court, you got to go against that middle blocker, and those they have nice hands, and so using that line, that right side blocker, really, either you're going to use those hands or you're going to find some court down the line.
After having 13 blocks up against them through 2 sets, it seemed like K-State had to do something different. That seems to be the strategy. Part of the floor came up as Anaya Clinton and Jason Mansfield's out doing a little repair work himself. It's Terraflex court. Had a seam that popped up right near the middle. So Hinkle now will serve. Big block, but Knowles was able to get it into the net anyway. It was Carter.
So the hands just of Boulding weren't able to press and finish. She kind of got there a little late.
Four kills for Knowles. Clinton and an error on, no, they're going to say 4 errors on K-State. Clinton never got it over. Back-to-back points by the Horned Frogs. Coach Fiona Fonodi, the setters coach for K-State, a word to Hinkle maybe about where to go with the ball. Thrown all the way out to Clinton again. This one in front of us. Parra able to get it back in the middle. Carter on the right side. Dropped in Buckley or Nicholson.
Yeah, Nicholson's back row, so this is one of those setter dumps. She can't cross the plane, jump high above the plane of the net. Does a nice job just kind of throwing it over. I'm not the hugest fan of that, but it's an effective kill.
It worked. K-State was not ready for that. Partly because of what you just said, back row setter. You're not thinking that any way she's going to drop that over. Instead, a back set on the right to Knowles, who hammers it straight down.
And you see Para's on the outside, so Bolding trying to make sure she's available to go block that way and just gets stuck, leaves Clinton one-on-one.
4 in a row now by TCU to tie this up. They are ahead 2-0. Two teams match up here tomorrow night. Clinton blocked. 14 blocks for the Horned Frogs. Dahlia Wilson coming in for K-State in place of Anaya Clinton. As K-State seeks an answer. 5 in a row by TCU. Bram Schreiber serving. Not a great serve receive. Carter will throw left side, got it in.
Smart play by Carter. Not much she could do that. Pass made Hinkle go almost to the back line to set it. K-State's got to find a way to get better serve receive to get their hitters going more than just those outside hitters.
Carter serving. Rare mistake on the serve receive by TCU. They've been pretty good in that department. Quick set to Bolding, dug out by Nicholson. Para blocked by Bolding.
And Para's got a huge block with Wilson and Bolding up there. In transition, not too much of an approach, just Bolding. Wow, what a finish.
Long on the serve. 3 errors tonight by Anaya Clinton in the serve. Or Aaliyah Carter, I should say, was service. And we're tied again. Nicholson out, Buckley returns. And it is Knowles to serve. Bolding somehow was able to get that down after what looked like a pass that might have been headed over.
Yeah, really great save by Hinkle to keep that ball up in the air enough for Bolding to finish.
7 kills now for Bolding, hitting close to 430. 3 digs, 3 blocks as she'll serve. Para. Blocked by Schmidt.
Schmidt with the left hand finish.
Well, that's why Wilson is in there to join Schmidt against Para on this near side, the left side attack for TCU, and that is an enormous block. 2 6'4" players. Well, Schmidt 6'6", but Wilson at 6'4" in front of Para. But a service mistake by K-State will see them give up serve. 3 service errors in each of the 3 sets by K-State. 1 ace, 9 errors. Serve receive over the net. Knowles back throw off of Myers.
K-State knew that TCU likes to set that back row attack, but now you have Knowles and Para, and that block also has to pay attention to the 3 in the front. That's a lot to try to pay attention to.
Para, great serve. Myers, big swing off the block. And this goes back to what Coach Williams told you yesterday, which is about Knowles' return and what it means for TCU moving forward. Horned Frogs down 1, but up 2-0.
Rally House, shop every team in town. College and pro, come on, it's time to go.
Get ready for kickoff, KC. Rally House has the game day gear you're looking for, including Chiefs sideline gear and the latest college styles.
Kansas, Missouri, Kansas State, Chiefs and Royals make KC great. Rally House, it's your city, it's your house, it's the Rally House.
Gear up in-store and online at rallyhouse.com.
started at 12, running 11 deep, and dropping dimes since 9-6. What happened when the Big 8 met the Southwest? 7 Heismans, count them, with 6 at the net, 5 on the floor, and 4 schools stronger. We put up threes, throw up deuces, and make one thing clear. We've always been greater than 12.
TCU leads 2-0 on Kansas State, but the Wildcats with a 1-point lead in the third. A must-win third set for them as they try to come back in this match against the Horned Frogs. Brian Swivel, this is Wagner Bush, Hannah Whetstone, all with you from Morgan Family Arena. We're with you here tomorrow night on Big 12 Now and ESPN Plus. As Big 12 volleyball is off and running. What a league race it'll be this year. Never deeper has this conference been as far as quality volleyball. And that's even before the 4 teams coming in next year from the Pac-12 will be added to the mix. Rayola near side, got the touch, and a point to TCU. We are tied again.
And K-State, though, doing a much better job this set of just staying right here with TCU. This is going to be important at home here. Things are getting tight. Final 10 points of this match. K-State find some consistency, eliminate those errors, and try to win this set.
Now, errors have been the problem for the Wildcats all night long. 9 service errors and then 23 attack errors. They have just kneecapped any sort of advantage they have elsewhere. They lead TCU in digs and in kills, but have not been able to limit their own mistakes. Rayola. Myers. And able to finish.
A much better set there, second time for Shaylee Myers. That first one, it was so fast she couldn't do anything but tip the ball easily. TCU didn't take advantage. K-State, nice sight out there.
Horned Frogs had Megan Walsh, a true freshman, in for a set there. She's only played in 3 matches this season. Horned Frogs with 14 blocks in the match tonight. And while a lot of credit goes to TCU on that block, as a block here by K-State goes out, kill, and a point for the Horned Frogs. K-State was also not great at changing up their approach on the attack of the block at TCU, which led to those block numbers. 13 of the 14 came in the first 2 sets. K-State just continued to pound away. We're getting walled left and right. But an adjustment in the third. Carter popped over by Knowles. In system for Carter. And she goes high hands but misses everything.
Almost like she mishit it with her hand, and I don't even know if it hit her hand. It might be her wrist. Not able to get enough spin on that ball, keep it in bounds.
Carter 13 kills, but now 182 hit percentage. And a service error up the line from Nicholson. 1 ace, 4 errors, now 5 errors for the Horned Frogs. Side out for K-State. Morris to the back row to serve. Morris second in the Big 12 in digs per set. It's been kind of a quiet year in that regard. It doesn't feel like she has dominated in the back row, but she is among the conference leaders in digs. Gorski diving to get to that one, up for Carter. Knowles. And Knowles under that block of K-State able to get it. We talked earlier about Jason Williams wanting Carter called for a throw. That was pretty close for Knowles as well.
Yeah, it's a bit of a judgment call, really, honestly.
Quite clearly, Bill Stanley is going to let them play. Carter trying to catch TCU napping, could not. Bumped all the way out for Parra. Carter ties up the set.
Yeah, Green just reaching a little bit outside. Carter able to take advantage. Well, I think it ricocheted off Knowles' head.
Green had 10 blocks in the first 2 sets, does not yet have one here in the third. Chasing her own personal record of 12, which she set this year. The school record for a match is 13, set by Sylvester earlier this year. That match that they had 16 against Utah State. There's Green.
Wow, that is a phenomenal play there by Green. Nicholson, perfect. Green trusting her setter, going up in transition, even though the setter was pulled in front of her. And then the ability to snap that ball back. Wow, that was nice.
5 kills, hitting .571 for Green, and now 10 blocks as well. Bolding trying to do the same, gets bowled by Sylvester. Para off of Morris. The two superstars, Carter and Para, it's been a slow burn, both in double figures, but both hitting less than 200. But that kill by Para forces the timeout by K-State, as this is now a 2-point match in favor of the Horned Frogs as they look for the sweep tonight in the Little Apple.
Yeah, this is a big side out for K-State. Can't let TCU pull away any further right now.
As I mentioned, errors have been the story for K-State. A lot of those have come on the blocks by TCU. It's been a block party tonight here in the Little Apple. 14 blocks for Horned Frogs, already one of the high water marks of the Big 12 this year. They have just set up shop, and K-State the first 2 sets, it didn't seem to matter where they went or how they went about it.
Yeah, and really credit their serve. Their serve put the pressure on K-State, made them rely a lot on the outside, and then they're able to set that block up early and make a good move.
Green has 10 to lead the way, 6 for Knowles, which would tie her career high set earlier this year against Hawaii. 4 for Sylvester. And thanks to those blocks, TCU has taken advantage. 24 attack errors by Kansas State and 9 service errors. That's allowed TCU to, despite having fewer kills, fewer digs, be on their way, 5 points anyway, away from a 3-set sweep to open up the 2-match set here in the Little Apple. Ramschreiber is back to serve. Only played 5 matches last season due to injury, but was on the outside when she did play. Had 16 kills in a match against Memphis. So talk about undersized outside hitters. She's 5'9" on the outside for TCU. Two hitters run left side. That'll be Carter that'll come up with the kill. That'll be number 15 for Aaliyah Carter.
Yeah, Carter's been good this game for the Wildcats. When they've needed an answer, they needed a big side out. She's been doing a great job of just keeping that ball in bounds, making the next best play.
Seems like she's been pretty good when she's got it in system. It's been K-State, unfortunately, as we talked about earlier, serve receive and the passing has not been good enough to allow Carter many in-system swings.
Yeah, she's been doing the grunt work there with all those transition plays.
Para lights up the Roman candle on the near side. Only one blocker in front. Watch this.
And how fast was that set? Just K-State not able to get the block out there in time.
Incredible stuff. And now an ace by the Horned Frogs. They can sense victory within their grasp. Knowles serving here. 3 points away from a straight set win. Bolding. Quick set middle, Sylvester. Myers. And not over by TCU. That'll be a point to K-State. Trying to fight in this 3rd set, somehow rally and force a 4th. Sydney Bolding to serve.
Yeah, serve big and big serve here for Bolding. She has the ability to get K-State right back in this set.
All-region and all-conference player a season ago. Here's Para into the block. So Para has changed up her shot the last 2 times, and each resulting in a kill.
Yeah, much better swing by Para. Hitting it high, what we've been talking about, what K-State has needed to do. Now she using that block instead of just trying to rip it and hit clean every time.
And it felt like a lot of cross-court shots from Para tonight. Now she'll serve, 2 points away from the match. Takes a little off on the serve to get it in. Myers from the back row. Para I'm not sure that she didn't step on the 3-meter line, but it's off the back row. K-State will not challenge. Para now heating up at the end. She's got 14 kills, and at match point, K-State will use a timeout. Well, the Horned Frogs, we mentioned tomorrow night, they're back here to take on K-State. Well, then they get back home. They're actually in a stretch where they play 7 of 9 at home. And they'll get their first 2 Big 12 home matches, and they play a ton of these doubleheader matches this season, kind of an oddity of the schedule. But they get Texas Tech and Cincinnati each for 2 matches coming up. They've got UCF, Iowa State, and Baylor also with this sort of home and home, or 2 matches in one location sort of scheduling coming up later. Texas Tech is an interesting team. That was a squad also like TCU that many thought might take that next step and be a team that's right outside the top 25. And Cincinnati Tech, you kind of get, at least early here, the lower part of the standings for TCU, kind of a nice runway for them to begin Big 12 play.
Yeah, you know, there's a lot of opportunity for TCU to make some noise, and clearly here tonight showing the offensive weapons that they have, and working on that defense tonight again, doing a great job with their block, something Coach Williams is going to really like seeing as they get into this Big 12 play.
Look at the Big 12 standings. BYU, K-State will see them in Manhattan coming up in the late October part of their schedule. They'll have Texas here as well. Houston has been great, but they lost to open up Big 12 play, battling it out against a fellow Big 12 newcomer in UCF. And it should be, or BYU, I should say, that beat Houston. UCF is already 1-0. Another team that's like TCU, receding close to the top 25. And Iowa State kind of flat under the radar, but back in the top 25 this week. Christy Johnson-Lynch's squad kind of maybe having a bounce back year.
A little, like you said, under the radar, not really planning on them being top 25, but they've kind of been doing a good job. Well-coached team.
Para airs on the serve out of the timeout. Yes, no doubt. Christy Johnson-Lynch has been there a long time. Iowa State's been a fixture in the rankings for many seasons, kind of the last 2 years. Little, not what we normally see from Iowa State, but looks like they're back on the winning side of things. Kansas has had a good start to the season. It's back to what we talked about before. The depth of this league is so good. Here's Szulczewski still facing match point. Para, long. Well, K-State will force a TCU timeout. Jason Williams will call his team to a conversation. Well, Para, we opened the night talking about her. Melanie Para for TCU, 14 kills. She's added 5 digs. As we look at some of the highlights of her today, kind of a slow start for her, but has suddenly exploded here down the stretch to finish.
Yeah, she's made some adjustments in her attacking and using more of what's in front of her, but you know, her ability to move that ball around is very impressive, and also back row attacking, just so good. You see why they want to get her the ball as much as they can.
37 or 38 swings here tonight. She had 67 in a match when she had that 34 against Florida State. I know you watched that match, and it's only fitting that you did because she was one shy of the Big 12 record, which is held by you. 35 in a Big 12 match.
Yes.
So Para couldn't quite catch you back in the days when you guys are up there swinging away on the outside. But 67 swings, that's kind of the old school type of amount of swings you guys would get back then.
Absolutely. You know, 60, 70, 80 swings in a match, and you go five, you're taking a lot of swings as an outside hitter.
Para, 34, one away from a school record, the most again by a TCU player since 1998. Was the Big 12 and National Player of the Week after a nearly 7 kill per set average during the week, which is just ridiculous. I mean, it's not even fair to say that's good. It's like so beyond good. It's just ridiculously a number to have. So you can see why it can run on some teams. I mean, she can get going, especially from the back row. I mean, it can get on you. And Florida State is a good team, but they had no answer for Para that night. Rayola blocked near side. 2 more points needed by K-State. They'll get one as they were ready for Buckley with that center try. And it is match point again for TCU, number 4, but K-State needs just 1 point to force extra points. So a little moxie being shown here by Kansas State. And now Jason Williams talking with the near side official Bill Stanley about that last rally. Will he use another timeout or will he use a challenge? They're going over what he could challenge or not. Trying to slow the momentum a little bit. TCU left side, Raiola block kept alive by K-State, but nobody could get there. And TCU survives in the third set, and they win the opening salvo between these two teams. 25-20, 25-16, 25-23. Good fight by K-State at the end. We'll see if it carries over for tomorrow. More on that in a little bit, but your thought, I guess, before we get to Jason Williams, a quick one from you on what we saw from TCU.
You know, impressive play by TCU. K-State's just got to continue to grind away, get better at their serve receive.
All right, let's go to Hannah Whetstone, who's with Jason Williams.
Thanks, Brian. Coach, an impressive performance by your Horned Frogs tonight. What were you liking out of this team tonight?
Yeah, I think the defensive effort was really good. Like, we've been working on blocking, and the block kind of came alive tonight and really helped us because we were struggling a little bit offensively.
And Brianna Green was essential to your team, especially in that second set tonight. What does she mean to this team?
Just incredible, addition to the team. Not only leadership-wise, just a great person, but, tonight, double-digit blocks in 3 sets is a huge influence.
Thanks so much, Coach, and congratulations.
All right, thank you, Hannah. Jason Williams and the coaches will have a long night ahead of them, getting ready for tomorrow as they're right back at it. It's a weird, we'll talk more about this tomorrow, but what do you think about these back-to-back matches? Is it interesting? Is it good? Is it bad? I guess we'll find out tomorrow if you're the victor or the team that lost.
Right. It's tough to make adjustments because you play the next day, but also like you maybe shake some things out and maybe figure some things out and make some minor adjustments maybe in lineups and things like that. K-State definitely showed at the end of this game that they can play with this team. They just eliminate those errors, pass a little bit better, and they definitely could come in and put some pressure on TCU tomorrow.
Second line and the last line, the key notes here tonight. 9 errors by K-State. All of those were pretty much early in this match. It really never gave them a chance. The 24 attack errors. The big part of that was the block. Good adjustment by K-State in the third. We'll see if it can carry over to tomorrow. Melanie Parra, 14 kills at 211, 10 blocks for Brianna Green. K-State led by Aaliyah Carter's match-high 15 kills. She hit 216. That'll do it for us. We're back at it here tomorrow night. Hope you can join us. For Hannah Whetstone, for producer-director Andy Lynch, for Liz Wagner-Bush, I'm Brian Smolder. This reminder, all games airing on the ESPN platforms are live and archived on the ESPN app. This has been a presentation of ESPN.
Vintage Y2K.
Yes.
Oh, retro Samsung. Very impressive.
You think so?
At AT&T, it's worth a new Samsung Galaxy Z Flip 5. Any year, any condition. Even that condition.
Ladies and gentlemen, your attention, please.
I just wanted to remind you that Geico makes it easy to bundle your home and car insurance. In fact, it's so easy. It reminds me of a joke my mate told me. Now, a knuckleballer and a catcher walk into a bullpen, and a knuckleballer turns to the catcher. Get it? Wow, they really like that one.
It's easy to Geico, official partner of Major League Baseball.
Why do I choose a Sleep Number smart bed?
So I can keep them all guessing.
So I know their game better than they do.
So I can take my game to the next level.
Because when your bed is this smart, you sleep at the right temperature all night. That's why 80% of NFL players choose the Sleep Number smart bed.
Spankings at a Duluth Trading birthday party. Celebrate our big damn birthday and save. Only at Duluth Trading.
You have to protect her. I promise.
The Creator is the best film of the year and the best sci-fi film in the past decade.
You're my friend?
I'm like a bodyguard.
From the director of Rogue One.
Seatbelts.
They're coming to get me.
I'm getting you out of this. I will never let anything happen to you.
The Creator, rated PG-13, September 29th. Get tickets now.
गिरानी हमारी अखिया से गिरानी हमारी अखिया से आंसुआ गिरे थे दिलवा रोए के जान गिरानी हमारी अखिया से आंसुआ गिरे थे दिलवा रोए के जान
गंगाजल रिकॉर्डिंग स्टूडियो महादेवगंज साहेबगंज
तोरा जीना हम जीना ही पाइबो तू जहाँ चल गेली और हम आइबो तोरा बिना हम जीना ही पाइबो तू जहाँ चल गेली और हम आइबो गिरान तोरा याद में आंसुआ बहे छे दिलवा रोए जान गिरान तोरा याद में आंसुआ बहे छे दिलवा रोए जान
गंगाजल रिकॉर्डिंग स्टूडियो महादेवगंज साहेबगंज
के करा सहारे रहबै के करा से दू बोलिया बोलबै अशोक अकेला के कहलू कि साथ न छोड़बै के करा सहारे रहबै के करा से दू बोलिया बोलबै अशोक अकेला के कहलू कि साथ न छोड़ब के रानी सोमी लागे आंसुआ गिरैले देहिया काप के लगे जा के रानी हमर अखिया से